So noticing the body's alignment, with the feet pretty much straight and parallel, shoulder width or hip width. And that's just to help with this nice straight alignment. So we have other shapes. Basically, the two shapes with the feet and legs are either straight forward and parallel or out to the corners a little bit. So 45 degrees or a bit less or totally straight. This is the main shape and position, parallel, shoulder width or hip width, both for Tai Chi and Qigong. But again, Qigong also has this other alternate position as well. But this is the main standard shape. And one of the reasons for it is it's everything straight. When we have a slight angle, it's easy to get askew and have things kind of twisted a bit or just out of good alignment. So having those feet parallel also helps rotate the ball joints out a little bit. One of the downsides of just staying with this triangular shape or this V shape with the feet is it can keep things tight here. Most people are tight in the lower back and the ball joints. For example, when people walk, I'll exaggerate a bit. They walk with their feet pointed out. And that's because the hips, ligaments, tendons here are tight, pulling everything out. So this shape doesn't really address that and touch that area to change it. Where having parallel feet rotates those ball joints out. And we spend some time where this is more open here and in the ball joints more rotated. And again, the bones are vertically aligned here. And so energetically, in terms of chi flow, it's a little easier for the chi to flow up and down through the lower and upper body. The transference is easier, where here I can be a little bit tight and askew. So that's why parallel feet are important and why we're so often in that position. And we hang out, let the weight settle through that upright structure and posture right down to the feet. It doesn't pull the upper body down at all. Well, in fact, it will pull the upper body down if we don't counter it. So that's why we have that famous string suspending the head from above. A little more advanced way of approaching that is as the weight settles, we connect that mentally, intentionally, we connect that to an opening, emptying process in the upper body. In other words, for every ounce or degree of weight or tension that's released down, allowed to flow down, there's a commensurate opening and releasing of the body. So rather than relaxing down, letting all the weight go to the feet, pulling me down, which that will tend to happen if I don't have this countering, instead of releasing down, relaxing down, pulling everything down, that releasing, relaxing down does the opposite effect. It has this releasing, emptying, opening. So no different than like an aquarium or goldfish bowl where all the sediment is floating everywhere in the water and it's murky water. As that sediment settles, the water becomes clearer and clearer. As our weight settles down, our body becomes clearer and clearer and more open. So that's another big reason why we spend some time in standing. Lots of powerful principles and benefits that we get from standing posture. So that's one approach and one aspect. And we'll start with some gentle movement into serving tea, so knees bent a little bit. Starting quite small because we're just starting to warm up. So we don't want any major bending or reaching until we feel that we've warmed up enough. The body can easily, gently expand into a larger movement. But I'm still just hanging, releasing the weight down, using the ground to move me, not my upper body. releasing the abdomen. And cloud sailing by. Shoulders sitting completely down. Elbows pointing towards the ground, but they're also away from the body. So they're rolled down and forward, because if they're in close, shoulder joints are closed. So those elbows are always about a hand span away from the body, from the torso. And going into a regular bow stance, of course, not instepped, and some toy use. So it's always good to take a moment to make sure I'm not starting with leaning, to make sure I'm not starting with shoulders up. I'm not starting with a tight stomach and tight breath. I hang out here for at least a couple breaths. Basically, hang out to relax down and relax outwardly before I start. That's far more potent than starting and trying to get the principles correct. What's far more powerful is to wait, hang out there, make the corrections, then take that into the movement. And as you feel like you're warming up a bit more, you can hang a bit more, bend those knees a little bit more. Releasing the abdomen. And let's do a few on the other side. So again, I'm going to start here, hang out for a moment. Move from the ground, let the ground move me. Elbows pointed towards the ground, shoulders sitting, tailbone pointed towards the ground, belly released. And a few danyus, toes out, knees out. Send the elbows forward and then down. Again, starting with minor squats, or actually getting a little bit lower perhaps. Of course, these squats, probably the most efficient way to develop leg strength and stamina. So they're well worth investing the time in doing the Tai Chi squats every workout. And gently coaxing ourselves to go a little bit deeper. And coming up, letting the hands drift down as if through water. Breathe, pinch the feet in. And let's just do a little bit more of a warm up. Knees are bent a fair bit as we do some hip circles. The abdomen is released. Lower back is flat because the tailbone is pointing straight to the ground. And other way. And rolling the shoulders alternatingly, noticing what it does for our spine. Okay, so let's take it from second cross hands. So we'll go right through, carry tiger to mountain, partition of wild horse's mane, into four corners. Okay. So second cross hands, so feet parallel, hang out, shoulders sitting, belly released, nice open circular shape. Shifting right to turn on the left heel, shifting back, stepping with the right heel into that back corner, correcting on the left heel. Carry tiger to mountain. Always hanging from the string. That puts more good work into the legs. Nice full breathing in the abdomen. So into a single whip here. Hang out. Into party horse's main, so shifting back, turning on the left heel 45 degrees to the corner, shifting the stand into the left leg, holding the ball, right hand low, stepping with the right foot just 22.5 from that line to the sidewall. And we'll need to turn ever so slightly on that left heel to get that foot 22.5. Then 22.5 with the left foot. Right foot. And 2 more steps for our 5 party horses main. Now we go into left grass bird's tail. So we stand into the right leg, hold the ball with the left hand low, step into the front corner with the left heel, over a bit so we're not in step. And we'll need to correct a little bit, basically correcting 22.5 degrees to get that right foot straight to that side wall. And stand into the left leg, hold the ball, entering into grass bird's tail sequence. Hanging out, breathing, single whip. Now let's just drop the arms and let's just do a quick review of the footwork for the 4 corners. So shifting back all the way to the right leg, make sure the knees are bent, turning as far as comfortable on the left, onto the left leg, peeling off the right foot, placing it down about half a step on the right heel, turning, slowly shifting the weight into the right leg as we momentarily face that back corner. Step with the with the left heel into the front corner, over a little bit, shifting forward, correcting on the right heel so the right foot is straight down to the sidewall. Now let's bring the arms into that. So from that single whip, so as we shift the weight back and turn on the left heel, the left hand's going to come around just like the left toes. Make sure that right knee is bent as you shift the weight into it. So left hand comes all the way to touch wrists together, right hand on the inside, and the right hand opens so that both palms are facing the face. Shift back to the left leg, half step on the right heel, turn, face that back corner. So that left heel will peel off the ground as we face that back corner, palms facing us. Left hand's on the outside because we're going to be stepping with the left foot into the corner. Shift the weight, left hand goes high, right hand goes straight forward, turning on the right heel. And let's do that one more time, or more if you have any questions. So from the end of single whip, shifting back, turning, brings the left wrist to the right wrist, opens the hand. So we have like cross hands position here, stepping with the right heel, half a step, turning to that back corner, stepping into the front corner with the left foot, correcting the right foot here. Now, from here, let's just do the footwork once or twice for the next corner. So we shift the weight until we're 100% in the left leg, peeling off the right foot, placing it down a full step, so not a half a step, a full step, and straight behind, referencing the sidewall. So we're not going to step across, but step straight back. Dropping the heel 45, as we mentioned before, is a tendency just to kind of drop it more like 90 degrees. So probably would feel like a more shallow angle than what you would do normally. 45, shift the weight back to the right leg so you can turn on the left heel, the left foot towards that other back corner. Shift the weight to the left leg to stand on it. And you can throw the right foot over a bit on the ball for a balance step. And we can turn on the left heel to get the left foot facing the sidewall. And then we can step into the corner with the right foot. So step with the right heel and over a bit, shift the weight forward. Let's say we do that one more time, just with the footwork there. So left foot into the corner, right foot behind, pointing to that sidewall. Shift all the weight into the left leg, picking up the right foot, full step straight back, planting the right foot 45 degrees, shifting the weight to the right, turning on the left heel. And so now the feet are pigeon-toed. Shift the weight back to the left leg, 100%, touching down on the ball, the right foot, over a little bit to the right. So you have room to turn on that left heel, getting the left foot pointing to the sidewall. Step with the right foot into the corner and over a bit, shifting into that right leg. So if we bring the arms into that, so from this first corner, left leg forward, left arm high. And the arms stay there as we peel off the back foot and step with the back foot. So we shift the weight 100% into the left leg. Arms stay out there in front. Touch down with the right toe. As we drop the right heel 45 degrees, that's what swoops the arms down. That shifts the weight for us into the right leg. And the arms just swoop down, palms facing the floor. Right leg is bent, turning on the left heel. As we shift the weight back to the left leg, we can cross the wrists here at the bottom, right wrist underneath, right foot over for a balance step, turning on the left heel to the sidewall. Then we raise the crossed arms, step into the corner, right hand rotates high, left hand pushes straight forward, basically from the solar plexus. And let's do that once again. So into that first corner, shifting all the weight into the left leg, peeling off the right foot, full step behind, dropping the right heel 45, swoops the arms down, turning on the left heel. As we shift the weight back to the left leg, we cross right wrist under left, touch down with the right foot for balance, turning on the left heel, raising the crossed arms as we face that front corner, step with the heel. Now, let's carry on from here into the next corner. And I think we can do the footwork and the arms together with this next corner here. So as we stand into the right leg, we cross left wrist in front of right, and the right hand's going to turn so it faces us, so both palms are facing us. And we can touch down momentarily if we need to. Step with the left heel into that back corner, shift the weight, turn on the right heel to get your right toes to the sidewall. And of course, the left toes are into the corner. We do that once again from that corner we just left. So right foot into the corner, right hand high. As we stand into the right leg, left hand and right hand turn the face yourself, cross with the left hand in front. Pick up the right leg and touch down if you need to, pick up the left foot. Step with the left heel into the corner, shift into the left leg, turning on the right heel. Get your 45. And then let's drop the arms. A little bit of deft footwork for this last corner. Shifting the weight back 100% into the right leg, turning as far as comfortable on the left heel. 100% weight shift to the left leg. You're going to make sure the knees are nicely bent for those big weight shifts. Once your weight is all the way into the left leg, throw your right foot behind you a little bit on the ball for a bit of balance, because we're going to turn on the left heel till we get the left foot towards that sidewall. It's okay if you don't get the left foot towards the sidewall in one fell swoop. We can correct it later. So we step into the back corner with the right heel over a bit, so we're not in step. Shift the weight into the right leg. Now, if we didn't get the left toes totally pointing to that sidewall, this is where we can do a normal correction by turning on that back foot, turning on the heel of the left foot. So our left foot is pointing directly to the sidewall. right foot into the back corner. So let's do that footwork again. So our left leg is into the other back corner. Of course, our right foot will be pointing to the sidewall. Shifting back, 100% to the right leg. You can turn as far as comfortable on the left heel. Shifting back, 100% to the left leg. Throw the right foot behind a little bit for balance. Turn on the left heel towards that side wall. Step with the right heel into that back corner and shift the weight into the right leg. And if I need to correct a little bit on that left foot, that's when I can turn on my left heel. So let's do that one more time. Footwork towards that back corner. Okay, so left foot into the other back corner. Shifting back, 100%, turning on the left heel. Shifting 100% back to the left leg. Touch down. Give a little bit of weight to the right leg so you can turn easily on the left heel. Step with the right heel into the back corner and shift the weight forward. So our hands are going to go from this shape here, left hand high. They're going to swoop down, palms facing the floor, just like after the first corner. And just like there, we cross right wrist underneath, just like we did before, and raise that cross as we correct to the corner. Then the arm goes up. So we go from left arm up, they swoop down, palms facing the floor. We're going to cross them low. It happens to be right wrist underneath. So the right wrist is on the outside because we're going to be stepping with the right side. So putting that all together, the footwork into that back corner. So here, left foot in the corner, left arm high. As we shift the weight back 100% to the right leg, turning on the left heel, the hands swoop down, palms facing down. Shift the weight back to the left leg. You can cross your wrists as you shift the weight back to your left leg, cross the wrist, right wrist underneath. Right foot back on the ball of the foot, turning on the left heel and raising cross in front of the chest, stepping into the back corner, right hand high, left hand right straight through. Okay. Let's do that again. So left foot into the corner, shifting back, hands swoop down, 100% to the right leg, shift back 100% to the left leg, crossing right wrist underneath left, touch down, turn on the ball on the heel, left foot, raise the crossed arms, step, and that's that fourth corner. And once more. Okay, here we go. So let's approach the four corners as a unit, as one complete move. So right from the end of single way up, go through the entire sequence of four corners. So shifting back, turning on the left heel, and that brings the left wrist to the right wrist, and that opens the right hand. Half step on the right heel, turn to face that back corner, step with the left heel into that front corner, correcting on the right heel. That's the first of the four corners. All the weight into the left leg, peeling off the right foot, full step behind, dropping the right heel, swoops the hands down, we turn on the left heel, shifting back to the left leg, cross right wrist under left, throw the right foot over for balance, turn on the left heel, step with the right foot into the corner, right hand high. As we stand into the right leg, left wrist goes in front of right wrist, palms facing you, step with the left heel into that back corner, turn on the right heel to correct the feet. And going into that last corner, shifting back to the right leg, 100%, hands swoop down, turning as far as comfortable on the left heel. Shifting back to the left leg, cross right wrist underneath left, right foot, throw it back for a bit of balance, turn on the left heel, raise the crossed arms, step with the right heel into the corner, and Just correct that left foot if you need to. So let's do that again. Okay. So here we go. Hang out and breathe. Correct that right foot. And then pick up the right foot for that full step back. And swoop down. Cross low as you stand into the left leg. Touch down with the right foot for balance. Turn on the left heel. Step into the corner, right hand high. Stand in the right leg, cross the wrists, palms facing. Left hand on the outside, step to that back corner. Correct on the right heel. Shifting back to the right leg, hand swoop down, turning as far as comfortable on the left heel. Shifting back to the left leg, crossing the wrist low. Throw the right foot behind a little bit to touch down. Turn on the left heel, raise the crossed arms, step into the corner. Good, let's do that one more time. And here we go. Stand in the right leg, cross the wrists, palms facing you, stepping in the back corner, correcting on the right heel, shifting back 100% to the right leg as the hands swoop down, turning as far as comfortable on the left heel, shifting back to the left leg, crossing the wrist low, throw the right foot behind you for balance, turn on the left heel, stepping into that back corner, correcting on the left heel if we need to. Now let's continue right from here. We're going to stand into the right leg completely and hold the ball. So left hand stays low and turns palm up. So we stand in the right leg, hold the ball, left hand low. Step with the left heel into the front corner, and this is left grass bird's tail. We'll have to correct a little bit on the right heel. Stand, hold the ball for grass bird's tail sequence. Which we know quite well. Single whip. As we go into cloud hands, so we're quite familiar with this series, this sequence. Going into cloud hands here, so shifting right, turning on the left heel, the left foot is straight to the wall, hands go out to the right. Shifting back to the left, bring in the right foot, parallel, about half a step. Hands go up to the right. When we step out here with the left, that's the first time we've stepped with the left foot. So we count just like we did before. So that's one. One of 7. So we want the knees bent directly over the feet. So those knees are well supported. Shoulders resting down. Belly released. As we step with the left foot again, that's 7. So as before, we're going to finish by bringing the right foot half a step, but planting at 45 degrees, and the right hand turns palm down, just like the left, to finish that sequence with single whip, as usual. Okay, so let's do that again. Actually, let's take it right from second cross hands right to that position there, to the end of cloud hands. So from second cross hands here, hang out, knees bent, belly released, shifting right to turn on the left heel, shifting left to step into the corner with the right heel, correcting On the left heel, get our 45 degrees. Carry tiger to mountain. Hanging out from the string. Breath in the belly. Going into single whip, we shift the weight 100% to the left leg, turning on the right heel, get the right toes to the corner, front corner, hands slide down as we shift the weight to the right leg, touch down for balance with the left foot, hands swoop out to the right, single whip, step with the left heel to the front wall to finish single whip. Into parting horse's mane, we shift the weight back to the right leg, turning on the left heel to the corner, 45 degrees. Stand into the left leg and hold the ball, right hand low. Step with the right heel, right foot 22.5 degrees. And we got to correct a little bit on the left heel. Stand, hold the ball, stepping 22.5 degrees. And we make 5 steps for parting horse's mane. Then we stand into the right leg and hold the ball, left hand low. Step into the front corner with the left heel, over a bit so we're not in step. For left grass bird's tail, correct a little bit on that left heel. Stand, hold the ball, entering into grass bird's tail. Hang out and breathe. Single whip. Four corners. Shifting the weight back, left toes come around, left hand comes around, touch the right wrist. That opens the right hand. Stepping with the right heel, half a step, turning to the back corner. Stepping with the left heel into the corner, correcting on the right heel. All the weight into the left leg, peeling off the right foot, dropping the right heel 45 degrees, brings the hands down, turn on the left heel. Shift the weight back to the left leg, crossing the wrist low. Right foot over a bit on the ball for balance, turn on the left heel. Step into the corner with the right heel. Stand into the right leg, cross the wrists, palms facing you. Left wrist on the outside, so step into that back corner, correcting on the right heel. Shifting back to the right leg 100%. Hands swoop down, palms facing the floor, turning as far as comfortable on that left heel. Shifting back to the left leg, crossing the wrist low, right wrist underneath. Right foot a little bit behind you for balance. Turn on the left heel towards that side wall. Step with the right heel to the corner. And if we haven't got the left toes directly to the side wall, we turn a bit on the heel. Stand into the right leg, hold the ball, left hand low. Step into the corner with the left heel, correcting on the right heel. For left grass bird's tail. Stand, hold the ball, grass bird's tail. Single whip. Wave hands as clouds. Hang out and breathe into the abdomen. Half step in with the right foot, but planting at 45 degrees, hands slide down, touch down, hands swoop out, step, single whip. And then comes something new, which we'll address next class. It's kind of a fancy move, dramatic move, called snake creeps down. So that will be new, but after that is a whole slew of moves we already know.
All right.
Yeah, after that move, we have repulse monkeys again. And just like before, after repulse monkeys, we do a full step back for slanting flying, half step up, raise hands, step up, turn, hold the ball for stork spreads wings, step, heel and sea bottom, fan through back. All that is going to repeat. Okay, so let's wind down a little bit. Hang out, let the breath settle into the bowl of the hips. Letting the weight of the hands be a nice anchor for the mind. Keep the mind at the center below the navel. Each out breath is a releasing breath. Let the arms drop with gravity. Let them swing, just totally natural. As you breathe deep into the abdomen. Maybe bend the knees slightly more as we do some hip turns for some very gentle arm swings. They help us with our wind down. So again, we're not swinging those arms. They are getting swung. We're just turning the hips. The arms are just hanging and dangling like loose ropes. As we practice hanging from the string, spine nice and long, weight in the feet, mind and breath deep in the abdomen. Each out breath is a releasing breath. And gradually winding down. If we emphasize that we're hanging from the string, we'll very naturally wind down into vertical stillness. And let's come back to Dantian awareness, mind and breath, resting and centered below the navel. Each out breath is a releasing breath. Long in-breath through the nose. Complete out-breath through the mouth as we release the hands, let them swing once again with gravity. Breathing comfortably, shifting the weight gently side to side, and then releasing the empty leg, releasing on the empty foot by turning on the heel, shift the other side, release the empty foot by turning on the heel to gently rock out. Good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next time.